Welcome back to Slam Shenanigans. Today we start with a repair on the dozer to get some brakes back, so new master cylinder. Anyways, today's project, this weekend's project is to extend flat next to the mill so I can actually move the mill left in this picture towards us in this one. And you can see all my offcuts from my last couple jobs there. Got to clean that up and get that out of there. So quite a bit of work there. This is kind of looking at it from the left-hand side of that. Got some big rocks that were staged here for future use, which you'll see here shortly. And this is me kind of loading up the tractor and getting all that stuff out of there. And then you can see the big rocks that are sitting there. I'll utilize those in this project. And here I'm lining up a big old cedar log and my tractor and my Mini-X, because what I'm going to do first is try to move these two big boulders a little bit forward up and utilize them as part of a rock wall. And the reason I have my tractor and Mini-X and a log there is because all of my property is hilly and my house is directly below this. So if I were just to start pushing this big old boulder that's probably several thousand pounds and it got rolling downhill, it would literally take out my house. Nobody's home right now, which is a good thing, but still it would pretty much destroy the house. But it turned out it did not take off, but if I hadn't had everything there as barriers, it probably would have. So that's what I've learned over the years. Anyways, this is a real long video, guys. So first one I've kind of done that's really this long. So you can enjoy it all, or you can fast forward if you like. But I've tried to speed up some of the time lapse in the video, so you'll hear that the old Case 450 there will sound a little bit fast, but anyways, I'm just trying to keep the video fairly short because this is a couple days worth of work here. Everything I'm showing you right now is Friday over Saturday. So getting this first big boulder, this is probably the biggest boulder that I'll have in this rock wall, which you'll see kind of at the end of the video. And it's been sitting there, I don't know, as long as we've had the property. I moved it around a little bit when we first got it, when I got my excavator, but it's huge. So this will hopefully be its kind of resting place once I'm done with it. Like I said, it did go pretty well. It didn't start to roll down at all, but a couple other ones did, so I was kind of glad that I was careful as I was doing these moves, making sure that I didn't have to start rolling down. These things got loose, even one that's a couple of pounds, and probably will take off the house out of camp also. This video, like I said, is going to be real long. I don't even know if I'm going to put any music to it. We'll see. I haven't posted in so long. Some subscribers, so thank you, everybody. Like I said in other videos, if I get more subscribers, it'll encourage me to put out more content. So this is me kind of getting back into it. Video stuff is my side gig kind of thing, and the milling now is becoming a pretty serious side hustle. So I have a relationship with a local tree company now. It's become a good friend and also a great supplier. So I have a source of wood, so I've gotten serious about my milling. So I'm trying to set it up to where I do that just on weekends, especially free, because I tend to work a little bit too much than I should. I took that from my dad, I think, but anyways, I have a Woodmizer LT15 there. Once I got the relationship with the local tree company, I put an automatic feed on it, which made the efficiency of that mill a lot faster, better for me, but it's an all manual mill with just the auto feed that moves the carriage back and forth, but everything else is me. I turn the log button, so it's because of that contact now that I have with the tree company. I've got a fully hydraulic mill on order, and like everything else with this COVID-induced economy, I should say one political party-induced economy, that mill is still over a year out, and when I first ordered it several months back, it was like 72 weeks. So really, really long time now. But anyways, like I said, I've tried to cut out most of the extra stuff here in this video because it is so long. But some of this is just kind of me looking at the wall here, going, what do I want to do? Because I don't draw any of this stuff up. I just kind of wing it. I know what I want to end up with, which is a flat area left of the Woodmizer here. And I just kind of start going at it. And actually, forgive me, but I didn't really tell you guys that that Case 450B dozer there is a new addition to the Slam Shenanigans fleet, if you will. So far, it's done a fantastic job. When I got it, I actually traded it for a wrecked truck. So I get one of my F-250s. So a local contractor friend has to update all his equipment to Tier 4 emissions. So he had this great link unit, and I've asked him for quite a while if he was interested in selling it, and he finally called me up, and all I had was spend a whole lot of money on kids' tuitions and some other things, so I couldn't necessarily buy gas, but he wanted my truck, so did a good deal there and did a trade. He's got a couple new doors on it, and he's using it for his work, and I have a great dozer that I'm using on the property, as you saw from the beginning picture there. And I just, pretty much all I've had to do to it so far is put in a new master cylinder for the left brake, and now it's working great. And like I say in all my videos, most of our ground is very steep. This is relatively flat here, but what you're looking at, but it's kind of made flat. And my next project for that dozer is the backyard, and kind of reshaping the dirt down there. So I wanted to make sure I got that brake fix, and everything I've done with it so far is just cleared brush, which I haven't really introduced to the channel here yet, but this is the first real dirt pushing that I've done with it. It was fun. Got on some slopes there, clearing some brush, which you can see in the right and the upper part of the picture there, which will end up being flat as part of this little project here. Here I'm using my Volvo Mini-X to place some of these rocks. And not perfect, because sometimes they still slip out like that one. But most of my stuff is all used, and I get a lot of work done with it, but it's not perfect. And the old thumb grip strength ain't that great, and I don't operate full time, so there's some skill there that contributed to losing that rock twice now in front of you. So, anyways, you'll see at the end of the video, I get it done. Keep at it. Never give up. That's the deal. Grab them, place them. And if you're new to the channel, where we live at in the Sierra Nevadas, a lot of it's what they call lava cap. And that geology, if you will, was, I don't know how many thousands, millions, whatever years ago. Lava's erupted, and so basically anywhere that you don't see a big pine tree, if it's just brush, that means that basically there's solid rock underneath the dirt, and so the dirt that is there is all blow-in, meaning that it came from adjoining areas that was not fully covered in lava. And so what I end up with is anywhere from 6 inches to 2 feet of just powder in the summer that's on top of this rock. Very, very few places in my property actually can move dirt. And what's allowing me to do this project here is that somebody years and years ago either hauled dirt in or moved dirt and created sort of a pond to the right behind my Connex, which I've put a couple other videos in. I toyed for a long time on whether or not I wanted to line that pond either with plastic or clay or whatever and try to get it to hold water, because basically it gets plenty of water now that I've diverted it from up above us to where you could literally fill that thing in a rainstorm or two. It's maybe 15, 16 feet deep, and it's got just a tremendous flow into it, but it's all this blow-in dust, and so it just leaches right out, so it doesn't hold water. And so what I started to do, I found a guy that was digging a pool down about 15 miles south of us down the hill, which is a great clay dirt, and he was going to give me a whole bunch of loads, and I only got about 3 14-foot dump trailer loads from him. I actually cut a little driveway through the levee up there with my tractor and excavator, and I was in the process of trying to line it with clay, but he kind of gave the majority of his clay, which was hundreds and hundreds of yards, to another company that came in and like within 2 days, hauled it all off. So I can't compete with that with the F-250, you know, little 14-foot dump trailer. So I decided just to kind of level that pond, and either that, make it very small, and just re-divert the water to where it goes past all my shops and my wood yard and just back down the creek, and I won't necessarily have a pond. So that dirt that is the levee for that pond is what I'm able to push from way back on the right of this picture up here, and you'll see it. I learned the technique from watching another YouTuber, Dirt Perfect, and his dozer operator Jerry, and I think they call it trench pushing. I'll say that in the end of the video here, but basically if you got a long push that you need to move dirt with a dozer, you let the sides build up, and then you just kind of get a full blade and you start pushing it between these two berms, if you will. So again, this is just narrating this. It's going to be a very long video. And this is going through some of my Mini-X stuff here. It's funny because I thought I split this up, but it's looking like it's slow and normal. See the dust. Anytime I move anything, it's just a cloud of dust. That's it for the Mini-X for a little while. Guess I got some more rocks coming from somewhere. Because I knew it's somewhere along this stuff I was, I'm still grabbing rocks from the inside. Up there. This will all get covered up with dirt. This is where I'm going to take the Mini-X back down to where the wood yard is. So if you follow me, you know where the wood yard is. There's a whole bunch of big rocks down there that I'm going to try and bring up here, either with the tractor or with the Mini-X. I don't think I got a whole lot of pictures of the tractor doing it, but I basically just put the forks on and tried to get the bigger ones within the two forks and brought them on up. But yeah, it's a bit of a walk down there in terms of the Mini-excavator walking. So get it down there. It's probably, I don't know, a couple hundred yards. Get it on down there. Shut her down. And of course I gotta come walking back up, so I'll let you guys see me walk back up for just a second here. But this is me coming up. It's interesting that when you're editing this, it seems so much slower, so I'm not sure why this is fast or slow. So the next here is a couple of still pictures of the wall as I left it, I think the first day, so I apologize, I don't really remember where I stopped and started, but this is kind of where it's at midstream here. And we start back up. This is me moving the rocks down there where I walked the excavator down to the wood yard. And then going back down, as you can see me walking, getting the excavator. And I think Yep, this was a couple of big rocks. This is after I'd moved quite a few of them up, and now I'm placing them. So just kind of building the wall again some more. And again, this might be Saturday, or this might be continuation Friday night. I honestly don't remember, but I'm thinking this was the end of Friday night, and this was some of the bigger rocks that I was dealing with. Kind of how we left it. It's looking a little better, a little closer. Going back to the dozer work. See, that moon dust is just terrible. Cleaned my, when I did the master cylinder on the left brake, I also did as much maintenance as I could, so I don't have any of the new filters. All the oil filters and fuel filters were replaced right when I did the trade. Thought the air filter was, but they were pretty dirty, so I pulled both of those out and cleaned them and blew them out from the inside and got rid of most of that dust. So I don't know what they call it, but it's on top. It kind of a bit of a vortex thing that separates a lot of the dust and dirt. I cleaned that out. That had like an inch and a half of dust in it. So it's highly possible that all that is just for my use, but I think the filters have been in there. The air filters have been in there for a while. So this will be just a bunch of pushing of dirt. So I've got the rocks moved. I got most of the wall built. And I'm just starting my process to put the dirt back up here. And there's a stump right there, kind of where I'm working right now, which you can't see because all the thing does, but there is a stump there that I tried to kind of whittle away at a little bit. But this is a good picture for reference here at the end of the video, where from the rocks to the sawdust pile where the mill is probably a good 6 to 8 feet difference in elevation. So I'm trying to fill a hole that's 12, 14 feet wide by 6 to 8 feet. So I don't know how many cubic yards that comes up to. I didn't figure it out. I'm not going to do it on the fly here in my head, but a lot of dirt. So luckily I had that levee up there, because I do not have any dirt on my property to push. And where it is, it's way down at the bottom end of my property, which is probably third to half a mile away from here. So I'm not going to haul that in my dump trailer or buckets in the tractor, or try to push it with a dozer. It's just too far. So I have to be kind of smart about what I do with moving dirt, and where I can make level and where I can't. So that's why that levee is, the pond lost, because the levee dirt is just too valuable to try and make flat parking spaces for equipment and trailers and everything else, which will be a future video. This is just trying to get enough flat for my darn wood mill, just to have some room to move it over and work around in front of it. Because once I start milling wood, I'm landlocked on my shop, because the tractor's taking up space, the staging area for the wood's taking up space. So that's the whole reason I'm moving this mill over to the left in this picture here. So this will be a whole lot of just dozer work. And so if you guys like that, you can watch it and listen to the sounds. And I'll throw some music on here, just because I wasn't sure I was going to, but I think this thing's so long that you're probably tired of talking. Listen to me. So I'll catch back up in a minute. doing some of this pushing around here. Kind of took the dozer and went back down towards the pond here, and what you're looking at now is the brush on the slope that I need to clear out. That's my current flat area for future lean-to against the connex there. That just turned out to be just too small. So I pushed it flat, and there's a sharp drop off here. All this manzanita, but some of this manzanita's got cleared out of the slope, so I can make this flat. So that's what I'm doing. Too bad the camera died this day, so this is actually still on Friday. This is still Friday. The camera died here. I think it either got shut off. The battery actually finally died on the phone. It was pretty western actually. Kind of jumped back up the slope. This is where I got the dozer. It's very, very new to me. Life really. And this one's different. The 450 this one, since I just fixed the brake check out, the brakes on this side that work now, but the way you kind of steer without braking is you've got a forward push lever, and then you've got each track has low and high speeds, and so you can turn by having one track low, one track high, or putting it neutral depending on if you're on a slope. But this was the test for me, basically, and making sure that the brakes work and everything else, and that I was comfortable on the slope prior to taking it down to the next project, which would be my backyard, which is very serious stuff. Slope, and I don't have backup if I free will to go the wrong way, so it's pretty simple back in here. Not too bad at all. Got a couple spots. So this is, I think this is now where I left it Friday. Sorry about that earlier, but got quite a bit of dirt moved, almost level with the end of the mill there, and the wall's looking better. I was pretty stoked with the way this is coming out so far. I'll add some more rocks to it Saturday. And finish all that up. And now I think we're moving into, we're definitely moving into some of the Saturday work now, and showing you what I've done over there by the pond, and how all that's going. But ton of work so far. I'm hoping to at least finish the mill site up tomorrow. This is where I'm looking into the pond. It's one of the big rocks that I'm dealing with. Kind of a comparison to my foot there. It's a non-stop with the rocks there, and that's the length of the push there. And here's where I'm got the Mini-X back out, and this was a bank that was between my parking area and the pond. So I'm basically decided with this new project I'm going to get rid of this, and it's all going to be this level of the parking area, flat all the way out past maybe, I don't know, 80 feet into the pond. And you saw the connex there. That's where I'm going to put a lean-to for the equipment, but I'm also going to have a bunch of parking in the back. Here's another rock. That was, I think that was the one that I had my foot on, yeah. So kind of got to get creative when you're moving these big rocks. And here's kind of some footage showing the length of the push from back by the pond and the levee, and this is where I'm finally getting some decent berms on the side, being able to get a blade full and push it the whole way. And that's probably, I don't know, 140 yards or something like that. I don't know. It's over 100 yards. It's a pretty long push. And this is definitely Saturday. I had some friends come over and grab some firewood from me, and that's why the Mini-X is down there. I was moving a pile for them, and this is kind of where I left it tonight. So we're getting towards the end of the video here. I decided it was kind of hard for me to stop working, so I just kind of keep, every time I think I'm done for the day, I'm like, I'll just keep doing a little bit more here. I want to get something done, so did some more excavating and then did some more pushing. And like I said, now you can really see the trenches, and here I'm kind of pushing back flat into the pond, which will be finished up flat. So, and I'll just have the ditch going around the back
All
side.
right. Today's little bit of work. So this was the pond, which never holds water. I was thinking about trying to line it, but I can't get enough clay. So I think what I'm gonna do is turn this into flat. And this big push here, trench push. Learned that from Dirt Perfect and Jerry. You guys watch that channel. Anyways, I'm trying to get dirt from all the way over here to all the way over there so that I can actually move my mill that way. Working pretty good now that I've actually got some sides. I can actually get a blade full and push all the way down there. My tractor's running because somehow, which I've never done this before, I left the lights on. Don't even remember turning the lights on, so I must have swiped them accidentally. But yeah, cleared that out. This will all be flat. That'll be flat, probably out about 80 feet. So I can come up here and turn around. That'll be good. Dozer's making this possible. That's awesome. Check to see if this tractor will start again on its own instead of the jumper that I just had to do. Turn her off. See how fast she starts up. Oh yeah. I think we're good. I think we are good. Grab these jumper cables. Nice push here. So I've got quite a bit of dirt pushed up in here. And because it's moon dust, I had to contain it a bit. So if you've been following me at all, you know that we have a whole lot of rocks here on our property. So I'm trying to make good use of them. So we'll do a little impromptu rock wall here. Not doing too bad there. As you can see, this stuff just flows out like water. So there's the mill. That's going to come over here towards me quite a bit more. That'll give me some more room up there. And like everything else around here, just trying to get to a point where I can do things efficiently. Not have to move stuff, not have to be really tight. But as you can see, I got a long way to go. But yeah, so this end is level with the mill. So I'm better than halfway. I'm not going to fill in all the dirt next to the Connex because I'm probably going to have a road come off of that road into that flat area behind there. But I will kind of, it'll be almost level for the mill, at least with these two oak trees and maybe that stump. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk about an outro.
All right, so thanks for hanging with me so long. This is a very, very long video, but this is where we ended up. Rock wall's looking good. So I'm probably way more than half done with the job because the rock wall took a lot of time too, but still got quite a bit of dirt. And appreciate you guys watching, and hope you stay with me. And if you like this, please hit the like button and hit that subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks, bye.